What's up, guys? Rob Shoecraft here with Three Storm Fitness, and today I'm going to talk to you about some stuff I have done in the past and kind of continue to do, some ongoing maintenance slash self-repair, basically just trying to be like my own physical therapist, which can be dangerous. And so that's why I will say, before you try any of what I'm about to go through, I'm just a dude. I'm a personal trainer, but that limits my scope of practice to just showing people exercises, how to get stronger, faster, look better, that sort of thing. I'm not a physical therapist, not a doctor. So I could be totally off the mark on some of these things. So if you want to try it out, do it at your own risk. This is for entertainment purposes only, all that stuff that I'm supposed to say. That said, for the folks out there that have, well, I'll just put it this way, I'll just talk on personal terms. I've experienced a lot since I began squatting relatively heavy, really only about 4 years ago. That's a whole other video in itself. It hasn't been that long, maybe 3. I've experienced some issues with my hips, and I have theories as to why that is, root causes and whatnot. But the gist is, it's like a stabbing pain, like a sharp stabbing pain, literally like somebody just took a knife or some needle and just jammed it right in these pockets through here, and kind of in the side, but also in the front as well, kind of at different times, different periods in my life. And these are some things that I do to address them. These are 3 exercises. I'm self-diagnosing myself. I could be totally off, but for the one in the front, well, first of all, for both of those symptoms, one thing I'll do is I'll take like a lacrosse ball, and I'll jam it right in kind of this hip socket around my TFL area. Everybody knows what the TFL is. If you lay down on the floor, hang on, I'm gonna grab this thing. Cameraman sucks. You lay down on the floor, kind of find that part of your hip where you can feel your joint kind of moving around. Basically, that general area is what we're going after. So put it on there and just relax as much as you can. Try not to fight it, or fight it a little bit, kind of tense up, but then try to melt down, and then start moving that back leg. I'm gonna switch legs here. Move that back leg around different positions and try to kind of hit different angles of that area. Just really work it. If you've never done that before and you're tight and you're experiencing this, it's going to be very uncomfortable. I would imagine that if you experience that same kind of sharp pain while you're doing it, it's probably a good idea to stop doing it. That is, stop smashing yourself with a lacrosse ball. That's what I would do, but it's never happened. For me, it always makes it feel better. So just take that with a grain of salt again. All right, so that's one thing. You know, just roll around on the ball in your hip socket, more or less. All right, there's another thing. So for the front, when I'm kind of experiencing pain, I'll do this a lot before I squat, kind of as part of my warm-up. I'll take a big old heavy band, heavier the better. This is like a big black, serious steel, I don't know, it's like 185 pounds of resistance or something. And I'll step in it, and I'll hike this sucker up as high as it'll go. And it can get a little high, you know? A little high, yeah! All right, and I'll step out. Let me see if you can see me here. Let me do the other side. Sorry guys, I didn't think this through. Big shocker there. So hike this sucker up as high as it'll go. Try not to pinch anything. So as high as it'll go, so that you have it banded around that joint there. And you get down on the ground, and you can kind of work. What I'm doing is I'm kind of working, pushing it. I'm doing this stretch like I'm like a pigeon stretch, kind of familiar with that. Let me try to do it out here. So I'm stretching, and I'll come out, and I'll hold it for about 3 seconds, come back up, and just really work that. And I think what it's doing is not only stretching that area back there, but also kind of forcing that joint in a little bit. So if it's out, because there's something I was reading about called Anterior Femoral slide syndrome, I think is what it's called. Now that's not anterior, that's more of like a lateral, but that front pain I get when I'm front pinching pain, that stabbing pain I get, a lot of times it'd be like the bottom of like real, full depth front squats, for instance. So I'd start getting that, and from what I understand, if I am correct in my diagnoses, I'm trying to sound official, I think my femur is basically moving, kind of coming out. So if you do like a stretch, if you're doing like a couch stretch, which is what a lot of people do with their hip flexors, it's actually a bad idea. It even pushes out even more. So I found when I experience that pain, I'll take this like a heavy band and I'll just drive it down. I don't know if you can see me. Let me show it from here. I'm driving my hip into the floor, okay, and coming back up. And driving again. I'm kind of going back and forth there, trying to sort of jam that, terrible description, but jam that femur, kind of keep it back in place, move it back. And it feels, after a couple of weeks of doing that, the symptoms usually go away, even if I continue squatting. The first time I got it, I didn't know what it was, and I just kept going, like a lot of people do with injuries, and it became something a little more intense, so I backed off the front squats for a while, or didn't go quite as low. So you got to kind of play it by ear. Last thing, this is the worst stretch I think ever. I hate this thing. I hate it, but it makes me feel amazing. And I try to do it. I'd love to say I do it every day, but I don't. I definitely do it a couple times a week though. I should do it every day. This is called a banded frog stretch. So you put this, I know you guys can't see me, hang on. You put the band around your hips. So the band's around my hips right now, way up high. And I'm down in this position here. This thing's pulling me. I'm down like this. My ankles are kind of out. My ankles are on the floor, my knees are on the floor, okay? I like to put a pad down. If you can get in this position, great. If not, just do your best. And then hang out, set a clock for a couple minutes. The Trevor Bachmeyer from Smashworks, the whole 2 minutes thing. Set a clock for 2 minutes and just let it pull you. And just do your best to relax in this position. If you want to do something a little more dynamic, you can kind of push up and come back. Freaking mosquitoes biting me. Up and then back, maybe as a part of a warm-up or something. But if you're going to be doing it just as a static stretch, maybe do it after the exercise. And just chill out here. It is, I don't know, for me, it's freaking intense. Very intense, but man, it really does the trick. So try those 3 things out if you want, if you feel up to it. I'm still strapped into this freaking giant rubber band. It's hot in here. I kill all the fans in here so that you can hear me. I'm pretty loud, you'd hear me anyway, but okay. That's it. If you guys have any more tips on stabbing pain in the hips, let me know. I'm sure there's probably a ton of different great exercises out there. Just keep the comments coming. Thanks for watching these videos. Please subscribe if you like them. Have a great day.